What?
I know. It's shocking.
It is shocking.
When these dads meet world, watching Boy Meets World. We grew up on the show, now we have kids and host a podcast. We watch each episode and then share our thoughts and grades. When these dads meet world.
They want you to take the roles.
That's right. We want you to take all the rolls and enjoy them. They are tasty. They are delicious. They are free, complimentary rolls because we here at Dad's Meet World are about giving.
We are.
And about lots more. So welcome back to Dad's Meet World, your weekly deep dive into the world of Boy Meets World, where every week we take an episode and we deep dive into all kinds of fun stuff about that episode and walk you through beginning to end. Even if it's one we don't like, we still will do that. I am dad number 1 this week, Brett, joined by my co-dad, dad number 2.
Yeah, this is dad number 2, Tyler. I'm confused, Brett. Do you not like this episode?
Oh, no, I'm just putting that in as a disclaimer.
Okay, I was like, Brett, this is a joyful episode. Don't tell me we're going to be fighting.
No, I just put that in as a disclaimer because we never really state that out at the beginning.
That's true. We try to keep it positive all around, so.
Yeah. Even the ones we don't like, we don't get too bad about.
No, we try not to.
Yeah. How's your week going, Tyler?
Oh, my week's going okay. I got to pick up my way too big of a boy on Saturday. He goes, "When you pick me up, first things first is I want to get all my stuff in the car." And I said, "I'm sorry, you don't get to make that call. First thing is a hug." But as of recording, his birthday will be tomorrow, so we got some plans for him and I to go do a little bit of fun since I'm off, and dinner at Nana and Papa's house. So he's all sorts of excited, and we redecorated his room, which is why I have another bookshelf in here, and I actually upgraded desks, so I'm able to be in the office now. So yay!
Yeah, recording updated.
Yes.
Studio achieved and unlocked.
It really is. Well, and we kept talking about this. I'm like, we both have work hours at home. Like, we have to have a space that's not the couch to work from.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It makes a world of difference.
yeah. Next thing is working on a real door and fan.
Yes.
Because those are needs, not wants.
Oh, yeah.
So, Brett, how's your week? What's new with you?
Well, we dropped off our youngest at camp this morning. He's doing pioneer camp, so going to sleep in some covered wagon style tents, sleep under the stars
Nice.
at least one night, go do some rafting on the river, play with some animals, ride some horses, typical camp stuff too. And he enjoys it so much, we almost didn't get a goodbye out of him. Yeah. Hopped right into a game of 9 square, had to wait till he got out to get a goodbye hug from him. Our oldest
so
is getting shots in her arms, getting ready for college, and our middle one we're finding all kinds of excuses to have him drive. Had him drive for the first time on the freeway last week.
How'd it go?
That doesn't freak Kelly out at all. No, he does really well.
Good.
We got we're closing in on around 10 hours of him driving out of his 50, so we're making progress.
For the record, I don't like it. One of your children should not be going off to college, one of your children should not be driving, and the other one most definitely should only be in diapers still. My brain can't handle it.
Well, we just bought him new shoes before he left yesterday, and his feet are as big as Kelly's. So,
Oh no. Well, it's funny. We were together. Gracie kept being like, "Kelly, I think I'm almost as tall as you," and she was like, "I know."
yeah,
Yeah, kids grow way too fast. It's not fair.
they do. They grow up. It's blink of an eye.
Oh, Brett, I want to pitch you a show real quick that no one will ever do. I'd
All
love
right.
for there to be a TV show where it's a family couple, a family comedy, yada yada. But the kids are played by two different actors. One who is like a real little kid, and the other one
Mm-hmm.
that's like a teenager. And I'd love for them to do scenes where it's constantly switching back and forth, and they'll say things like, "Did you hear what I said?" And so, like, instead of a teenager, it'll all of a sudden be like, "I said I'm going with my friends. I'm gonna do whatever I feel like, and you can't stop me." And just have parents like be like, "You're 3 years old," but switch back to the teenager like, "Ah, you're ruining my life." I'm like, that's a
Get a
that's a
pilot order on that one.
yeah. Hey, CBS, they just dropped one of the most popular shows. They got the budget for that now, right?
I don't know. They said it's budgetary, so we'll see.
For the record, I will say, I don't really watch the Stephen Colbert show, but as far as celebrities go, I do think he's a good one. So I've never not heard anything good about him. So I
Yeah,
hope
I
things go
haven't.
well
I
for
I
him.
can't say I've heard any negative press really, without it being from a political perspective. So I don't really watch any late night shows anymore. Haven't in years. So
Yeah, but Brett, we should talk about sex because that's all our main character wants to talk about.
let's talk about sex. Oh baby. Yeah, that's enough of that. We're going to talk
That's
about
the
the
youth
14th
group.
episode of season 6. I merged like 3 different songs there. Getting Hitched. A little double entendre there. Cory and
Hmm.
Topanga play the Fiancée Game to prove how compatible they are, and are appalled when Eric and Rachel prove to know far more about each other than they do. Topanga suggests a quick solution: they should live together on campus and really get to know each other. Living together shows them sides of each other that they're not too crazy about. Meanwhile, Shawn has ignored Jack's repeated calls about cleaning out Chet's trailer, and once persuaded, is freshly outraged to discover evidence that Chet went to Jack's stepfather for help in financing Shawn's college education. So, this episode was written by Jeff Minnell, directed by Jeff McCracken, the Jeff duo. Originally aired January 29th, 1999, 1 week after last week's episode. Has a IMDb rating currently of 7.6. That's a full 1.2 points lower than last episode, which is not surprising considering last week's episode was the highest rated of the season.
Hmm.
And is tied for 11th place with Friendly Persuasion, Poetic License, An Ode to Holden Caulfield, Road Trip, which is the next episode, Can I Help to Cheer You? And let's look at the Nielsen numbers. Last week, we had 11.98 million. 1 week later, do you think people tuned in to see what would happen next, Tyler?
Well, I'd hope a similar number at least, Brett.
Well, what do you think that number looks like?
I don't know, 12. No, it was 11
12?
last week. So let's stick with like 11.
11. 11.94. We only lost 0.04.
Well, that's actually not bad.
So pretty much the same amount of people tuned in, minus, just a small handful of TVs.
Mm-hmm.
So not bad for January, end of January 1999.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So we start out with a previously on that you can't skip on Disney Plus because it's part of the episode, good looking people. And we open up in the student union where Cory knows the hands that are covering his eyes anywhere. They're Shawn, but really they're Topanga. Cory apparently can't find Shawn anywhere. He's missing. Which
They're
is odd to me because
roommates.
they're roommates. And later, I mean, Shawn, we'll see in the very next scene, Shawn's in the room.
Yeah.
But building his tower of cans. But apparently Shawn and Cory are just missing each other. And
Yeah.
he's...
Okay. Brett, I'll call him bull on that.
I will too.
I mean,
I was hoping you would.
You know, I get friendship. I get friendship. You know, you don't always run into someone. I get it. If you are a roommate, even if you don't want to see them, you see them. That's the most frustrating part of going from friendship to roommates is you realize, gosh, I can't stand this thing about my friend. So yeah, it felt so awkward. Like, what do you mean you can't find him? Like, go check your room. If he's not there, go check the apartment or go check the trailer that's now back at the trailer park, you know?
Yeah, because Shawn is clearly hiding from the world in his room. He doesn't want to go down to the trailer. He wants to hide in his room based on that can collection on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say,
does this
Brett,
episode strike you as kind of a tonal shift? We go from that previously on that's very heavy to very kind of an upbeat open here.
yeah, well, it's even in the music too. It's like back to normal.
Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to not do it, but it just they I don't know how they couldn't have, but it's very grating.
Well, they rush back into it. Um, it almost would have done them well to have a scene of Cory and Shawn talking, you know, and then Topanga trying to cheer Cory up. I think that's what they're trying to do as well, but you kind of get the feeling like all they want to do is hop right into the newlywed game or the fiance game and get back to Cory and Topanga are having fun.
Yeah.
Because they hit some really edgy jokes in this episode too to really bring back to the humor.
Yeah, I get the feeling that they really wanted to focus on a lot of humor to balance out the drama of this episode that they tasked Jeff with. Hey, you know what? We've gone heavy on the melodrama lately. Let's go for some real humor.
Yeah. Eric was very quiet last episode. We'd like him to be extra funny this episode.
Oh, yes.
Until the last 5 seconds of the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the fiance.
Yeah, let's talk about the Fiancee Game.
Yeah. and pangers.
Yes, I do love that. Hey, bangers.
Yeah, Eric and Rachel are coming through the student union, and they're gonna play the Fiancee Game with Cory and Topanga because Topanga picked up the Fiancee Game as a gift for Cory. It's kind of cheer him up. They're gonna play with Eric and Rachel because they're gonna kill them because Cory and Topanga have been together for 17 years and Eric and Rachel are just roommates. They're not even dating. Eric knows someone who can moderate. He knows this guy. This dude can totally read.
He can totally read.
And we get this Feeney call. Feeney.
I do love this Feeney call.
I love all these variations of the Feeney call. This is one of my favorites.
But I do love that Feeney is starting to crack a little bit. Like, he loves Eric, but like he is he doesn't know how to fully handle him anymore.
Yeah, it's gone.
hmm Well, he could handle when it was just student to teacher relationship, and now that they crossed that line into friendship, Eric doesn't know how to go back to teacher and student relationship again.
Yes,
So,
but Mr.
but that's
Feeney
also
enjoys the fiance.
yeah,
He enjoys the fiance game.
hmm
He's all on board. Ooh, the
yeah.
fiance game. Yeah,
Well, Feeney loves love. We've already said that. We've very established that Feeney he roots for a good love story.
that he does. Feeney loves love. Who doesn't love love?
Exactly.
Evil people.
You know
So
who loves
we'll
love?
who?
Terry loves love. 9-9.
Oh, speaking of which, completely off topic, but fans of Brooklyn Nine-Nine might appreciate this. I went to the Cleveland Guardians game a couple of days ago with my brother.
hmm
He took our family, and you have someone ceremony bring the ball out to the mound. They deliver the ball to the mound. Ceremonial
hmm
practice at most major league games. The person bringing the ball to the mound was Stephanie Beatrice, Rosa
Hmm.
Diaz herself.
Does she have a connection to Cleveland?
I believe her husband is a Cleveland native.
Ah, okay, cool.
But yeah, Eve complete with a Guardians jersey with 99 on the back of it.
Ooh, very nice. I
Yeah.
let's say one of my favorite stories about Encanto is that the producers were sure that she talked with that mean voice of Rosa Diaz, and they were then found out no, she actually has a very bubbly, very sweet voice. I'll
Yeah.
tell you
So I thought that
what,
was
uh,
pretty cool.
Dad's Meet Brooklyn Nine-Nine is fully good with me to go.
That will
Lots
be
of
fun.
father issues in that TV show.
No, not at all. Well, we have to take a break from the newlywed game because we do find Shawn,
We
who's
do.
been moping
Jack
up in the
finds him
room.
actually.
Jack finds him. He's been trying to get a hold of him so he can go through all of Chet's stuff in the trailer, and Shawn doesn't want to go relive his childhood by cleaning up that trailer.
hmm
And
Like
really,
I was gonna say, Brett,
good.
do you think that Chet actually had a will?
No, I don't think Chet had a will.
I was gonna say, like, do you think it was just like kind of court order, like, hey, you two are both his sons, like, clean it up, it's yours.
I think at most that might be what it is, and maybe there's some law of the land in the trailer park where there's some
Mm.
there might be some squatters' rights at play where if they don't do it in a certain amount of time, the hunters might be able to take over.
The Unders. I always forget about the Unters.
Uh,
Yes,
but
but I will say,
Shawn
Brett, as
is,
he's stacking this tower,
yes,
I
this
was
tower of
convinced
this
that
wall
co-
of cans.
yes, I was convinced at a young age that college is the place where you build a tower like this. And my wife saw me beginning to build one day and goes, "That's gross. Don't do that." And I was like, "But that's the thing. You do it in college." And she looked at me and said, "That's gross. No."
I, I had friends that would do that in front of other people's doors in the dorms in
Well,
college.
that's funny. I get that.
Yeah. But Shawn is pretty convinced that with Chet gone, there's really no connection between him and Jack.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Shawn is really hurting and he's really retreating from everything.
Yeah.
Um, just a fun note about the student who pokes his head in to let Shawn know that his brother's trying to get a hold of him. He's credited as student, This is the only guest star we have the whole episode, and I only bring him up because his name is Jeremy Seeley. His only appearance on Boy Meets World. He has 2 whole acting credits.
Interesting.
He's in this and a show called Hang Time.
What's the other show?
That's it. Hang Time.
No, what was the other show? Oh, Hang Time. Huh.
Yeah. That's it. And that's the only guest star we have the whole episode. Yeah. So that's the end of our Act 1. We're coming back to more of the Fiancée Game. I'm going to trip myself up and keep calling it the Newlywed Game in my head. The Fiancée Game.
Oh, it is the Fiancée Game just shy of calling it the It's the Newlywed Game without calling it the Newlywed Game.
It is. That's their way of doing the Newlywed Game without having to pay any royalties.
It's the
cola of Coke and the Let's of Lays.
Yeah, I think we have like just the tiniest a bit delayed, so it's like I'll say a joke, you are adding to the joke, and we're just slightly off a little bit.
Yes, we definitely have a delay tonight.
Yes, that's fine. But Brett, did you know that Eric's favorite fish is penguin?
Spelled with a W. Oh, it's one of my favorite jokes.
Brett, I like Rachel when she is around Eric without Jack influencing, because she's just having fun. They're laughing together. They're having a good time.
She's very carefree.
Yeah, very much so. It feels like she is naturally being herself, and they're just being goofballs together.
Mm-hmm. Very so. Yeah. And this leads Eric to thinking there might be something there between him and Rachel.
Yeah. There might be something real there, not just Eric wants there to be something there.
Yeah, because, I mean, they killed Cory and Topanga in the game. Cory and Topanga got nothing right. Not a single question.
Yeah, although knowing your fiance's favorite fish, I would say, is not top of the priority.
No, it's probably not top of the priority, but it's something. If you've been together for 17 years, that might be something that comes up.
Yeah.
At least if it's something you eat.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the thing. Is it something you eat or just something you see? Because something you see, like clownfish, feels very natural, or a flounder fish, but salmon is a much fancier fish than tuna.
Yeah.
Shrimp, that's a fish.
Shrimp's a bug. Very tasty bug.
Yes, very tasty though.
Sea bugs are very tasty.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do love how Feeney gets very uncomfortable as he realizes that Topanga's losing and she is about to go crazy.
Oh yeah, Feeney is very familiar with what happens when Topanga is not winning, and so he gently nopes out of there. Yes, and Topanga's decided that they need to fix something.
Yes,
they have, and Cory is just convinced that this is going to end poorly for him. Until Topanga says they need to live together, and Cory loves the game instead of it being stupid and leading to disaster.
The game's a genius.
Best game ever.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Cory. You are so fickle this episode.
Yeah. But he's fun to watch.
He's very fun to watch. This is like the cartoony version of Cory that is enjoyable to watch.
Yes, it is. He's at a good balanced level. He's not too neurotic. He's not too serious. He's at a good, even level.
Yeah.
And we'll check in with Shawn again, who's he's trying to make he comes into the trailer with Jack. And he's trying to make an effort to repair his damaged relationship with Jack. He's backtracking his comments about not having any real connection with Jack.
Mm-hmm.
And they make some amends, and then they decide to start in on some of the paperwork that Chet kept, the financial portfolio.
Yes. Hey, we all got a spot that we put bills that we don't want to see.
I tear them up and throw them away myself, but yeah, I don't hold on to
That's
those
fair.
things.
That's probably a wise call.
Yeah. But Chet keeps them in a coffee can up on the fridge.
Why not?
Yeah. And Shawn discovers through all of this that he finds a letter that thanks Jack's father, or a letter from Jack's father to Chet. Chet sought out Jack's father for help for Shawn's tuition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went to him hat in hand and asked him for help. And Jack's father, we talked about Jack's father last episode.
Yeah.
Either he was really rich and just didn't care, or he was well off and a really good dude. Well,
Yep.
I think this is another piece of evidence in the well off and really good dude pile, because he was willing to help out with Shawn's tuition and
Mm-hmm.
not just last week helping out with the hospital for Chet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Jack's got a really, really good dad there.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Jack's dad is like a Sheldon, where he actually just doesn't care about money.
He very well could be.
So,
I wish we met Jack's dad.
yeah, that would have been interesting too, because I don't like that in Girl Meets World they make it seem like Jack goes and works with his dad or his stepdad and becomes this evil business guy, because no, there's no clear indication from Boy Meets World of what everything we learn about Jack's stepfather that he is like a bad guy,
Mm-hmm.
unless it's all in secret. But everything we hear about him is in a positive light.
Yeah.
He was supportive of Jack. He emotionally was stable for him. Like, he's provided a good life for his mom.
He was out. He seemed altruistic when it came to supporting efforts that Jack asked him to.
Mm-hmm.
He helped Chet, at least that we know of, without being without asking for anything in return.
Yeah. I don't know.
But this leads Shawn down a bad road. Nothing belongs to him.
Yeah, well, this is another sign that he needs to be using the free service of college counseling.
Yes.
At least talk to a grad assistant
Mm-hmm.
who's working on their thesis.
If the show were being filmed today, he'd be a key recipient for telehealth.
Yeah.
Telehealth counseling.
I mean, Shawn is literally grieving still actively, and he's still, in a comedy way, taking out that aggression towards his brother.
Yeah. I mean, he takes off his shirt. He takes off his pants.
Don't take those off.
Don't take off the underwear.
Underpants.
These. Did you buy these? Did you buy my shirt? I wouldn't buy that.
Well,
At least Jack still got a little sense of humor.
We've been wondering, Brett, how is Shawn just affording all of the things he has in college right now? Like, he's walking around like
Yeah.
big man on campus, constantly using money, spending money. Like, where did that come from? And so if the
Mhm.
quick answer is that, Jack's father is not just sending a one-time money, but he's sending almost a monthly, hey, this is to help out with Shawn. And that's just, Chet was just kind of sending it to Shawn still. Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
maybe one of the conditions for him was, hey, I want you to go spend time with Jack. And that's why he
Yeah.
went back into town.
Could be.
So,
Yeah.
Brett, I have a
So.
question for you.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want you to take offense to this, but could you open the chat that I had sent you
Mm-hmm.
and open that link and let me know when you get there?
Okay, I'm there.
Would you ever buy almost $2,000 in pajamas?
No, I would never spend almost $2,000 in
I was
pajamas,
curious, what
especially.
what does $2,000 look like on pajamas?
Oh man.
So good looking people. I sent Brett a Ralph Lauren. It's almost $2,000, and it's just you look at those, and you go,
And
who
that's
who
today's
buys
dollars.
those? That's true. Who would buy those?
Well,
Not
they're low
us.
in stock. I
How is
better
a
hurry up.
college student affording $2,000
I wrote that down
matching sheets
myself.
and PJs?
Where did Corey get $2,000 for silk pajamas?
Corey, okay, I wish they would have explained this when they get married later on that Corey has a mountain of credit card debt because he keeps spending money he doesn't have.
Mm-hmm. You weren't expecting me, were you, Hef?
I did like that reference.
Yeah. Clearly, we're talking about when Eric comes in to talk to Corey while Corey is expecting Topanga when they first move
Uh-huh.
in.
Oh, yes.
Corey in his best Hugh Hefner impression. Silk pajamas, smoking jacket, silk bed sheets, and Eric just wants to talk about how he and Rachel are clicking and what does that mean and
Yeah.
should he
He
try
seeks
and
out his brother to discuss what he is feeling. What a novelty
yes,
concept for this show. Let's hold on to
he's
that, Brett,
coming.
because next year it will come up.
Yes. He's coming to him looking for some advice. What is, he sees his brother is in this long-term relationship where he's he sees a successful long-term relationship. And, he says, maybe I should go to him and talk to him. What does this
Mhm.
mean? What should I do? And Corey just gives him the brush off. Corey's got
Yep.
his one-track mind.
Yeah, this is where the worst parts of Corey comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. Corey in his mind focused on sex.
Yep. And
And
they outwardly say it. This is the first time that they make it very clear of what Corey wants from Topanga.
yeah, I mean, he's pushed the beds together. We already talked about the silk bed sheets and his pajamas. And Topanga is very quick to lay the rules down. No, this
Yep.
is not what this weekend's about. This is just about us getting to know each other better.
Mm-hmm. Which infuriates Corey.
He dives across the bed, slides right into that can wall, and causes Danielle Fishel to break.
Uh-huh. Very much so. No, I got blood on them.
Can't return those.
No. But I also wish that we could have had a scene where all of a sudden his parents show up like, $2,000? Why did you spend $2,000?
Yeah. How big of a credit limit does he have on that card? And
Anywho,
I want to know, I know this is a co-ed dorm, but how does Topanga have clearance to move into the room for the weekend or even the night? Where's the RA? I want to see the RA.
Agubwa.
Yeah, I call it
I mean,
Goobwa.
technically, I mean, we can't speak for like state
A good
schools
boy.
because we went to private, but technically, I don't think the RAs there care. They're just mostly meant to make sure that no one is getting out of hand drunk wise, and that if people are doing it the tango, they're doing it quietly.
Yeah. And Pembroke is clearly state school.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I
that
don't
big of
think,
a student body.
yeah, I don't think their RA cares.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, but let's check back in with the Hunters brothers. Shawn doesn't know what he is anymore. Well, Jack says, "You're my brother," in his underwear, and we get
I
more
will say,
of
Jack is being very supportive.
Jack is very supportive, very patient, because we're getting more of Shawn's. You don't need the pain of growing up with him. More of Jack's. I wish I knew him. It's a lot of the same what we went through last episode, just smaller pieces, smaller bites. Um, and they decide to go ahead and get back to going through the stuff in the trailer.
Hmm.
Then we get Topanga and her face cream for the night, and Cory clipping his toenails into the face cream.
Yes. Over the big monster.
Oh, yes. Of course, Topanga is grossed out by all of this.
Uh-huh. And Eric, I do love that Eric comes out and he immediately tries to also clip his toenails.
Oh, yes. And he has to do one thing before he leaves. Blah, 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 blah. Play with Topanga's green face. The space alien. What do you think Topanga's face cream is made of that Eric just kind of licked it off his fingers?
I mean, knowing Topanga, she could have like an all natural, like almost made, like she makes it every day herself, from
Mm-hmm.
cucumbers or whatever.
Yeah. Cucumbers, avocados.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little homemade recipe that she knows.
I mean, she did grow up as a hippie, so
She did. There's still hippie tendencies within her.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
See,
yeah,
first time you saw Kelly without any makeup on, Brett, was that scary for you?
not at all. Kelly really doesn't wear a lot of makeup.
Yeah. But that's a thing in TV shows is women are gross and scary looking when they're either not wearing makeup or when they're trying to exfoliate or do some self-care.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because it's natural.
Hmm.
We're supposed to be scared of that.
Yes, very much.
Yeah. So Topanga leaves to wash everything off, and Cory's going to go through his bedtime routine, shaking the pillow out a certain number of times, smoothing everything down, and saying his bedtime prayers. And Topanga joins him at the end and wants to change everything about him. And we're supposed to find that amusing
Hmm.
and endearing.
Yes.
And then we get to the very, very emotional part of the episode that tears Eric up.
Yes.
Rachel and Jack. And Jack finally finds someone that he can be honest with about his own grief.
Hmm.
That he's been holding it inside because he doesn't feel like he can be honest with anyone and let it out, especially
Yeah.
Shawn. But he's been holding in his own grief, and he can't hold it anymore. He lets it out, and crying on Rachel's shoulder turns into a passionate makeout session.
Yeah. Which Eric just happens to walk in on.
Yep. And Eric was on his way to talk to Rachel about possibly starting something up between him and her.
Yeah, or at least maybe going on a date and seeing what happens.
Yep. And so there's the fly in the ointment there. So heartbroken Eric there. Then we have one of in the trailer. We have one of the most possibly one of the most quotable quotes of Cory during this phase in his life, where he asks Shawn, "Do you know what the best part about being a virgin is?" "No, I'm asking." I have this clipped somewhere, this soundbite, somewhere on a hard drive. I forgot to look for it to put into my soundboard. But he's still very frustrated, but he does still love Topanga. But it's at this point that you realize just how much Shawn has lost. He's lost Angela, his dad, his mom. He's lost pretty much everything that grounds him, that he thinks to lean on. He doesn't think about leaning on the Matthews. He doesn't think about leaning on Feeney. He doesn't think about leaning on Jack. But those things that he really put his trust in, that he put his faith into, he's lost them all. And probably the only thing that he can really put any weight into that he still sees are Cory and Topanga. Are the only two things he sees left that he hasn't lost. And so he wants to break away and clear his head. Not an entirely horrible idea after everything he's lost. But you kind of get the feeling it's not just a weekend road trip.
Yeah, not for him. Can I say, Brett, that I kind of wish that Alan Matthews would have been in this episode?
Yeah, I do too.
Because I really feel like this is a time when he should have been parenting both of Jack and of Shawn. And
yeah, there was a huge missed opportunity for some really good time there with Alan. I don't know that this particular writer was the best one to write those scenes, but they had the opportunity and they just missed it.
Yeah, I just kind of wish that you could have just had a few moments at least where he sits down and maybe even have kind of a going back to season 1 whenever he was telling Cory about how Shawn is like him, that he had a best friend who wouldn't give up on him, yada yada. Without that friend, he would have been in a dark place, and make clear to Shawn that one of the reasons that his friend was in a good place is because he had parents that cared about him and were there for him, even when his own parents, like his mother, who was back half crazy, wasn't. And make clear that he is always looking out for him, even if he doesn't think anyone is.
Yeah.
And I almost wish, too, instead of Cory being the one hopping in the truck with him, it was actually Alan.
Yeah, that would have been a much stronger finish.
Yeah. Because I love Cory, but I always think that the stuff that Shawn's going through is way deeper and way harder than anything Cory can help him. I know they want, in the whole, for this point to be like, we are dealing with our own problems. We're dealing with stuff on our own, and we're college, and death of a parent is not something you can just, we're going to handle this on our own. We're in college.
Yeah. Yeah, this Cory is not the one who's going to help pull him out of this.
Yeah.
As much as he wants to be here and to try, he's not the one.
Or a new professor, or heck, even an old teacher. That could be cool.
Yeah, it would have been great to see Mr. Turner show up at the funeral, and stick around and bring him in for a couple of episodes.
Yeah, there was a lot of wasted potential here. Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were just too focused on working with what they had and not even working with what they had to the fullest potential.
Hmm.
Yeah. But Shawn wants to say goodbye to Topanga before they leave.
Hmm. Cory wasn't going to say goodbye to his girlfriend for the weekend.
Yeah. Who leaves for the weekend and doesn't say goodbye to their fiance?
Yeah.
That they're supposed to be spending the weekend living with them.
Hmm. My wife and I give each other a phone call 2 hours after we leave each other. Hey, what are you up to now? I miss you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you missed me already? Okay.
Where are you going to be in an hour? Do you want to get back together? Do you want to see each other? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Shawn does get hit in the eye with a toenail.
he does. Cheryl
Yeah.
Swoop.
Yeah. There's a name that unless you're a big WNBA fan, you might not know.
Kids definitely don't know.
That would be a Caitlin Clark or an Angel Reese today for sure.
Absolutely. Oh, Topanga would be a huge Caitlin Clark fan.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is our episode. Tyler, do you have any deep dives for us?
I do.
People. Am I the only one who read the summer reading list?
Brett, one of my favorite parts about this episode is the newlywed game, or the
Mm-hmm.
Fiancée Game, as they refer to it in the show. And the Newlywed Game, for those that don't know, is a TV show that was from the 1980s, running 1985 to 1989, and it's had plenty of new additions over the years with so many different people overseeing it. Um, Bill Carthers was the first one. John Dorsey, Jeff Goldstein, Paul Casey, Rob Fielder, Aaron Carter, Rob George, Bob Levy. Um, the last time the show was up and running was 2013, so it's had plenty of different versions over the years, and it looks like different production companies as well overseeing it. So, the gist of the show, Brett, was that you get old couple, a couple that's been together for a long time, and a very new couple, and they kind of figure out who knows each other best. And you gotta
Mm-hmm.
wonder, Brett, after each episode, how many of them decided, I don't like you anymore. But there have been plenty of special edition board games, which is, I think, the basis of this, uh, the Fiance game. And you can still find plenty of different versions out there of the Newlywed Game if you're so interested. Um, but Brett, one of my favorite answers from the Newlywed Game was penguins. And did you know, Brett, that they're fish?
They are?
Apparently. Well, at least that's what Eric thinks. But Brett, I think we need to go to a special correspondent for more information on what is a penguin.
Well, let's do that.
All right.
Tell us about penguins.
All
The
right,
fish
so
of fishes.
I know way too much about penguins, but I got a few really fun facts here. Um, well, first of all, a lot of people think that penguins only live in like the snow in Antarctica, but they actually live in clients warmer climates as well, mainly the Galapagos Islands, Chile, Peru, New Zealand, even South Africa. And and a lot of people think that penguins swim underwater, which technically, like if you want to get really technical, they do. But But in terms of technique and how they do it, it more resembles the act of flying. So a lot of scientists will say that they found a way to fly underwater,
Hmm.
which I find very interesting. Um,
That is interesting.
yeah, there's also an extinct penguin species nicknamed the Colossus penguin because it grew up to 7 feet tall, which I love penguins, but that'd be kind of terrifying. um, And a lot of penguin species don't actually have any land predators. Their predators are more so in the water. So if you visit like Antarctica and go up to some penguins, they'll actually be really nice to you and might actually come over to investigate you and say hello.
Hmm.
Um, uh, Also, like a lot of animals, they mate for life, having the same partner each year during mating season. And along with that, penguin couples that aren't able to reproduce will actually adopt abandoned eggs and raise the children as their own.
Hmm.
And the last one I had, I just found it really funny, but scientists can actually locate large penguin colonies from space because they poop so much that it stains the ice. So I can figure out from space where their penguins are hanging out.
Huh.
Well, that's all I got on penguins for today.
Who would have known?
Yes, who would have known? Thank you.
Penguin poop stain.
You're gonna have to now animate a 7 foot tall penguin giving those fun facts.
And you have actually gotten to play with penguins, correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for your deep dives. We really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. My arm is very sore, so I'm gonna be leaving.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
But I do love when Cory is about to shoot his toenail. He refers to the fact that Roger Clemens is up to the mound to pitch to Cory, and Cory's up to bat, of course. Roger Clemens, of course, is a legendary baseball player who may or may not, probably most likely, but may or may not have used steroids. But he has 7 Cy Youngs, 2 Triple Crowns, MVP, plenty of other accolades, has over 354 wins. He first was a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox until 1996, and then he pitched for the Blue Jays for 2 years, and then what would be the start of this season, Brett, the 1999 season, he was officially pitching for the New York Yankees, where he would pitch for them until 2003, and then from 2003 until 2006, he pitched for Houston Astros, and then one more year with the New York Yankees. So I always knew him when I started getting into baseball as a Houston Astros. So, but yeah, he is arguably one of the greatest pitchers of all time. May or may not have used steroids. Who's to say? Uh, they also refer to Topanga as the Green Monster in reference to Fenway Park, where the Boston Red Sox play, and that is the one of the biggest blocking of space, but it's also much shorter in distance to home plate. So if you hit it up there, it's easy home run, but many batters hit it off the wall. So, and then Topanga refers to Cheryl Swoop. Sarah Swoop is a 3-time WNBA MVP. Um, let me see. She was NCAA champ, a FIFA World Cup champ. She's from Texas. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so she played at Texas Tech in 1991 to 1993, and then in 1997, she was then drafted into the WNBA, where she played until 2011. So, and she shortly thereafter became a coach. Where is she coaching now? Apparently, she's not. Yeah. So one of the most decorated WNBA players of all time. Then some lady named Caitlin Clark came around and was gonna, make everyone forget about her. But good on Boy Meets World for mentioning a WNBA player.
Yeah.
Brett, to get to our last little bit of deep dive, because I don't have that many, I thought it would be fun for us to send newlywed questions to our wives.
Yes.
Yes. Would
Dun,
you
dun,
like
dun.
to? Would you like to go first, Brett?
Sure. I sent a few to your wife, so we'll see how well you and your wife know each other. We'll start with what is your spouse's pet name for you?
Oh boy. Her pet name for me or my pet name for her?
Your pet name for her.
Well, it's either Honey, Baby Cakes, or Sarah Beth.
She wrote Love Bug.
Oh yeah, I love Bug too. Yeah. I will say, for the record, Baby Cakes comes from How I Met Your Mother. Whenever
No
Ted's
can
watching the movie, whenever
the
the
wedding bride.
cocky guy's like, "No can do,
Can
baby cakes."
Doosville, baby doll.
Yeah. So that tends to be something that we say to each other back and forth. So,
All right. You want the other couple or you want to alternate?
I'll ask you. I'll ask you one. Let's see here. I asked your wife. Um, let's do this one. Which Disney character are you, Brett, most like?
Oh. Let's see. There are so many ways I could go with this. Which way did she go with this? I'm gonna go with Stitch.
Ooh. Unfortunately, you are wrong.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
She said Sully.
Sully
Mm-hmm.
from Monsters Inc.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. All
All right, so we are doing great.
Yeah. Well, I asked your wife the same question. Which Disney character are you most like?
I'm hoping she said Mr. Incredible.
She did say Mr.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Go, wifey. Alrighty, so I asked Kelly. Who said I love you first?
Well, that was definitely me.
Very good.
All right. And I went really fun for my last one. Between you and Tyler, who would survive longer in a zombie apocalypse?
I
and
did
why?
like that question. It depends on how confident she's feeling. I'm going to guess that she said herself.
And why would that be?
From my vantage point, my wife believes she can do anything, and I also agree with that. And she's also a lot stronger than I am. She pushed out 4 babies. I did not do that.
Well, I can give you half a point because she did say her, but it was because you would sacrifice yourself.
Oh, yeah. I get a full point for that. The question wasn't who and then why.
Yeah, no, it is. And why?
Oh, I didn't hear the and why.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have talked about that of like, yeah, obviously I would sacrifice myself.
Yeah, that's not a question that I've ever asked. I've ever talked about with Kelly.
Well, you didn't grow up in the times that we did.
Nope.
All right, so one more. Let's see. What is what's which piece of clothing does Kelly hate the most that you have?
That I have?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Or like
Right
something
now.
like in general that you will wear.
Right now, it's probably a red shirt that's got a lot of really the print has just really shredded off of it. She hates that.
Interesting. That doesn't sound like vests though.
Oh, that's horrible because I can't remember the last time I wore a vest. I
All
own
it says
one
is vests.
vest. I own one. It's been in my closet since before Abby was born.
Maybe that's why you don't wear it, because she hates it.
Oh yeah. It's a legitimate answer. She does not like me in them, but
Did she think you were gross at my wedding since you were wearing mostly vest? Or is it like vest, like outdoorsy vest?
no, it's not like the outdoorsy like zip up or anything. It's
Mm,
actual vests.
gotcha. Let's see. Is that the only? Those are the only questions you sent, Sarah?
Yeah, those are the only ones I sent.
All right, let me give you a couple more. See what you think. Um, what traffic sign best describes your spouse in a bad mood or in a bad day?
In a bad day.
Yeah. So, what did she think would be for you?
For me, a traffic sign. I gotta go with the standby of caution.
Oh, she said stop.
That was my second guess.
Yeah, I do like caution. That's a good one. What's the weirdest? What's their weirdest habit? So, what does she think is your weirdest habit?
My weirdest habit. What habits do I have that are weird?
I mean, you're pretty normal. You couldn't possibly have a bad habit.
I think of myself as fairly normal. What weird habits do I have? I snore, but that's not a habit. I got no clue. I collect comic books. I don't know.
She said wearing only one sock.
Okay, I can see that.
Do you walk around the
It's
house
not
with
really
one
a
sock?
habit. It's not really a habit. It's more of I get one wet, I'll take it off, but I don't necessarily need to take both of them off.
Okay, fair. I mean, I will say I'm all socks or no socks. I don't like having one sock on only, so I can understand that.
Yeah.
I did ask what was the first movie you went to together.
Oh,
Her
what was the
response was,
first one
"I
we
have
went
no
to?
idea."
Yeah, I don't remember what the first one we went to together because we watched a lot of them in house together. So the first one we went to
Mhm.
together, I don't remember.
I did ask what was the first trip you took together.
First trip we took together. Shoot, that would have been. My memory is blanking. I'm trying to remember trips from over 20 years ago at this point.
Fair.
Well, I wonder if she would count going to visit family as a trip.
That is not the answer for this question.
Okay, then no.
I think it's like as a couple, you decided we are gonna go do this fun thing together.
I don't know. Pittsburgh?
Did you take a guess or?
I guessed Pittsburgh.
Oh yes, that's the answer. Honeymoon to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought you said
that was the earliest I could remember.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And then I asked, what was the first concert you went to together?
That'd be Reliant K.
Oh, she says 5 Iron Frenzy.
No, Reliant K predates it. Although we're there is a possibility that doesn't count because I'm trying to remember if we were dating at that point yet. we might not have. I really have to think on that one because No, I think we were dating. It's Reliant K.
Okay. We'll get something to talk about later.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Brett, who is the pickiest eater of the two of you?
That's probably me.
She actually said herself.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of a lot of fruits, so
Fair.
But I'll take it.
Yeah. Hey, if she says it's her, then she's the problem. So
I'll take it. She doesn't like any seafood, so.
Well, fair. I mean, I think the two of you are picky enough that you kind of
even each other out.
Yeah. Well, Brett, those are the deep dives, and half of that was just fun. So,
yeah,
hooray, fun!
All right. Well, let's talk about what we learned.
You know anything about the Odyssey?
Huh?
Did I say you could talk?
I didn't teach you that.
My friend Mr. Matthews will lead the discussion.
Do I have to draw you a picture?
What did we learn from this week's episode? What lesson did Mr. Feeney teach us? I'm going to go with when you're going through grief, don't try to do it alone. Reach out to someone who's actually either been there or has some experience with moving through it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be like Shawn and just try and lump in your best friend with it or do it by yourself. Reach out to someone who's experienced or someone who is trained.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, I was just thinking about, as a parent, even as your kids go off to school and um, declaring that they are adult and they don't need you anymore, they still need you. And
Mhm.
I think this is a very prime example of there needed to be an adult that was with Shawn and helping him through all this.
Yeah,
So it's a shame that there was not.
yeah, for sure. Well,
So much.
I'm right?
No, you're exactly right.
So am I done with my education? Can I go?
how would you grade Getting Hitched?
See, here's the trouble, Brett. This is one of those episodes that really shaped a lot of my understanding of things in college and life. And um, for whatever reason, as a kid, I didn't think about the fact that Sean's dad just died. All I knew was that this is a fun, silly episode. Um, as an adult, I'm really troubled by the whole no adults really supporting Sean and it just being
Mhm.
Cory that's dealing with his stuff and him ignoring Jack. I I guess I will need to go with a minus because this is a solid episode. I think part of the problem is the previously on Boy Meets World where you're like, oh yes, bad stuff just happened, and kind of taking a silly approach right away was jarring. But I do think that they laid enough groundwork to have the silliness, have the fun, and I hate seeing Eric get his heart broken at the end. I hate Jack and Rachel making out and being together. I don't like that coupling. Um, and there really needed to be an adult involved. I'm really upset about that. So, but I love this episode and the whole "we have one brain." That's something Sarah and I have been saying to each other for years because this show shaped me a lot more than I want to give credit to.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a B minus.
Fair.
A lot of the reasons that you said. I mean, it's a decent episode. There were just too many missed opportunities to really dig in and really show where help should come from and to not just rehash stuff that they've already gone over to pad the time out. So, but I mean, it's still a decent episode. Just it could be better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I owe you a couple of dad jokes.
You do.
I'm gonna try and make sure that I give you some that I haven't before. Although 6 seasons in, I don't know if I.
Honestly, I plan to keep track, and it doesn't even matter. We can start repeating now for all I care.
So a man walks into a bar. Lucky
Ouch.
duck. Ah, yes. And that one doesn't work without actually seeing it. I asked my wife to embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug.
Very nice.
One more. My wife and I went out to dinner, and the waiter asked me, "How do you like your steak, sir?" I said, "Like winning an argument with my wife. Rare it is, sir." So, good-looking people.
Very nice.
Thanks for sticking around with us and for all the fun that we've had this week. We look forward to coming back to you next week with another new episode. And until then, if you'd like to connect with us, you can connect via email at dadsmeetworld@gmail.com or via social media at dadsmeetworld across Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube if you're not already watching us there. Until then, you can leave us a review or a rating wherever you get your favorite podcast, wherever you're listening to us. It helps us in the algorithms, and it helps more people find us, and that's how we share the dad love. So until next time, I'll see you, good looking.
Back to you, good looking.
You know, how can I learn so much every week and still be so stupid? Ow, that hot. Read the Bible. Underpants. I am never gonna pee again. Was that duckies? No, garbage.
This is good TV.
Dads Meet World is a production of Headfirst Studios. Headfirst Studios. Tell your story.